Big night tonight for the Curve, like I said. Fans lining up already. Look at them up on the hill. They're all here to see Pedro Alvarez. You know why it's a big deal? Look at this. He has his own poster. I know I got to give you a little something. I call it the little grenade. You guys ready? Oh! By the way, the winners get autographed pictures of John Clay. Check out the field, the turf. It's all snow and ice. Look at this stuff. Well, the future definitely looking bright with guys like Taylor Battle coming back next year. Penn State returns 3 starters. These guys are dedicated athletes. They train anywhere between 14 to 18 hours a week. Get those purple t-shirts out. I take a medium if they win. I love free t-shirts, Foley. Nick Grimm is one of the few high school amputee wrestlers in Pennsylvania. He lost his right leg in a lawn mowing accident 14 years ago, but says it never held him back.
I really didn't feel any different than the other kids, you know. I kind of adapted with it. It was kind of just part of me.
Nick played every sport he could growing up, but wrestling was his passion.
I think with wrestling, it makes me more of a neutral person. It makes me just like the other person on the mat, and it's just fun to go out there and dominate people.
Nick just wrapped up his junior season at Indian Valley, finishing with a 16-11 record. He credits most of that success to former U.S. Olympian Ken Chertow and his off-season workouts.
There's a lot of things he can't do, so he's got to focus on what he can do. And that's the area we choose to focus in. What you control the position so you can dictate the tempo and the techniques used in the match.
Now, one of the reasons why Nick has been so successful on the mat is a series of moves he's developed known as the Grimm moves, as you see right here. This is why he's one of the best around at Indian Valley.
It's just a position that I'm there pretty much every match. I just got to dominate in that position.
Nick's goals include a trip to Hershey next season, but he'll have to do it in one of the hardest weight classes in the state, 152 pounds.
Everyone has their own good and bad luck, but you can't make that excuse. You got to keep pushing and get there in place.
Another challenge for an athlete who's not just a warrior on the mats, but also in life. State College sophomore Seth Levine has a true passion for the sport of fencing.
You have to think a lot for this sport. It's really creative. You can do so much with it.
Seth's talents have taken him all over the U.S., earning him a top 20 ranking in the saber.
Some of the people that are in the sport, they consider my division to be one of the hardest that there ever was in the world.
But every time Seth suits up for a bout, he's forced to overcome one huge obstacle.
I'm blind in my left eye, and I got hit with a tennis ball when I was in 6th grade.
Now this is what a bout looks like to your average fencer, but for Seth, his field of vision is literally cut in half, forcing him to compensate his fighting approach.
To hit your opponent, you need to have the right distance, and judging distance is harder for me than others.
He does have the physical abilities, but now we're working on how to use the action, the technique into the bouting situation.
But Seth is turning a blind eye to his disability as he continues training for the national championships this June.
I put so much time into it, I didn't want to quit, and I felt that even with the disability, I could still do well.
Seth hopes to continue his fencing career in college at Penn State and has his future sights set on the 2016 Olympics. It wouldn't be a spring football game at Penn State without a quarterback controversy. Nittany Lion fans didn't really have to worry too much last year thanks to Daryl Clark, but now that he's gone, the job is up for grabs between big-time recruit Kevin Newsom and walk-on Matt McGloin. Annual Blue-White game in Happy Valley this afternoon. More than 55,000 fans on hand. First quarter, here's Newsom on the play action. Looking downfield, and that's an incomplete pass. Second quarter, Matt McGloin dropping back, fires over the middle, but it's picked off by Nate Stupar. The competition, not so stellar so far. Stupar also with 7 tackles in the game. Not bad for the State High product. Still in the second, how about Paul Jones? Up top to Shawnee Kersey, the freshman connection, hooks up for 18 yards. Kersey, 2 catches for 36 yards. The other one comes right here in the fourth. Jones to Kersey again, another score. Jones throws for 2 scores as Blue wins 17-3. That QB job still up for grabs.
Decided, Kevin, myself.
The Pens were oh so close in closing out their first-round series with Ottawa on Thursday, but triple overtime apparently not the charm for Pittsburgh. Matt Carkner's goal kept the Senators alive at least for one more game and pushed the series back to Ottawa. You know they love their hockey in Canada. The Pens, though, love it there. They're 2-0 this series on the road. Get off to another slow start, though. Second period down 2-0. Daniel Alfredsson takes the pass and beats Marc-Andre Fleury. Senators up 3-0, but the Pens dominate from there. Matt Cook hanging around the net, gets in the rebound. Pens finally on the board and trail 3-1. Third period, Pens down just one. It's Cook again. Right place, right time. His second of the game. We're tied at 3 and head to overtime. In OT, Jordan Staal setting it up for Pascal Dupuis, and that is your game winner. His first goal of the series. Pens come back to win it 4-3.
We knew we had to stay with it.
All right, baseball now. The Curves' 4-game win streak snapped in the top of the ninth last night by a guy named Deke Scram. He hit a 2-run homer. No time to sit back and sulk. Two teams back at it this evening at Blair County Ballpark. They raise them pretty young at the Blair County Ballpark. Not a lot of fans, but boy, they're good looking. Fourth inning, 1-0 Erie. Matt Haig hits a laser over the wall in left field. That, my friends, is a solo shot. His second on the year. Game tied at 1. Fifth inning, bases juice for Jim Negrich. Probably has the hottest bat on the team right now. 2 runs would score off of that. Curve go up 3-1, but in the 7th, 2 on for Max St. Pierre. See you later. A 3-run blast, and Erie wins it 4-3. Pirates on the road in Houston. Chris Jakubowskis on the bump for the Bucks. Very scary moment in the first inning. Check it out. Lance Berkman lines a shot right off his jug. He was down for a while, able to eventually be helped to his feet. They later had to cart him off the field. Good sign there. He gave a wave to the crowd. Dip into the bullpen early again for the Pirates, and it wasn't good. DJ Carrasco gives up a 2-run double to Hunter Pence. Astros take the lead. They never look back and go on to win 5-2. The Phillies trying to bounce back from last night's loss in Arizona. I bet you the weather's a little bit better there. Second inning, Jason Worth taking Ian Kennedy just really, really deep to center. An absolute bomb. His second on the year. Phillies up 1-0. Now, fifth inning, same score. Kelly Johnson's like, that was pretty good, but, at this one might be a little bit better. Johnson's sixth on the year, but Worth comes back with a 2-2 tie in the ninth, hits another homer, and the Phillies win 3-2. Finally, no nationwide race this afternoon. It was washed out in Talladega. They double up the races tomorrow with the Sprint Cup race in the afternoon, followed by the Nationwide Series about an hour after the finish. And as we told you at 6, Ben Roethlisberger will be making an statement or announcement, if you will, on Monday about his current suspension.
I bet it's going to answer every question we could possibly have on that paper statement.
As long as it's on the paper statement, I'm sure he won't be divvying from that very often.